Okay. Anyone with your manifestation of pink bubble? Anyone? Quickly. Okay, no one, then I will share. Okay. So happy to share with all of you that I really manifested in my pink bubble that batch 12 that I'm going to conduct will be having 21 participants in the Zoom session on the day of orientation. When I started manifesting this, zero registrations were there. No, not zero. One was there that happened in December, and no one. And I was talking to people also, and some people used to say I'll come, and then next day they used to say, no, we'll try next time. We'll try next time. We'll try like that. This happened. But for the 2 3 weeks, I did the pink bubble on that, and it manifested. When I did my orientation session, it was 21 on that Zoom. It happened. And that was such a overwhelming moment for me. And this time it was actually not so easy for this batch because of certain many other things that I was going through. One was time constraint, was not able to put so much time for it, for talking and this and that. And so I was really like, how will it happen this time? So all these thoughts were bothering me, but it happened. I also want to share what all I did to manifest. One is pink bubble I did. Apart from pink bubble, every day I have written my intention and a gratitude and a blessing to myself that I'm going to manifest 21. It is going to be 21. So every day I used to write, I bless batch 12 with 21 participants, including me, and a successful initiation. So every day I have written this blessing. And as I told, every day I did bag practice, blessings, appreciations, and gratitude. Apart from that, I have really prayed, sincerely prayed for to Baba, to my Lord, whom I believe in, for making it happen to me, and making it a success. Every day I've prayed. I have also did some mantra chanting. One of the mantra chanting process that I follow is writing Ram Nam. So for the manifestation of this batch and releasing all the negativity from me, which is blocking me to connect with people so that they can join in, I have put some positive energy by writing Ram Nam. Every day I wrote one page on the particular thing to add more positivity for the thing to happen. Okay, because there were certain things that I was going through, and I somewhere knew that it is blocking me to manifest the batch. Certain things which I was really blocking me was, one was my saturation level. So I have a very long term pattern. After 1 year, I develop a very strong kind of dislike with my work. I don't want to continue the work. I want to give a shift or a change. So this time, it same thing happened with mirror work also. I was somewhere like, I don't want to do it anymore now. Some saturation came for me for it. Enough I have done, I don't want to continue it. That pattern also I was able to break this time. I made my intention, enough of this pattern, I have to break it. Okay. This was a long-term pattern. Like after every 1.5 year, I feel the same thing with whatever I do. I don't want to continue to this. I'll do something else. You know, how many times in life you will run away and do something else? Every time is not possible. One has to stay focused on what they have chosen for their life. Right. And I know how much I love this work, but this pattern subconsciously comes inside. This was the block for me to make this batch possible. Also, I realized while getting along with it, I was asking myself why people are not coming this time. What is happening? Why this time is so unusual? Why this time is so unusual? And then it suddenly got connected to this point. I released it, and somewhere I am able to get over it. I don't know that completely this block would have released. I don't think so also, but I know how to work on it now. Or at least I'm aware that this is why I've developed such a saturation kind of thing, right? So at least I got aware of that pattern within me. Okay. So, and then I also did some diya lighting to create some, also release some energy, negative energy. And I think it's not just the one thing, but the accumulation of all created a good energy vibe for me. And it just happened. I also don't know how it happened, but it just happened. Even just 3, 4 days before, 5 participants were there. Just 3, 4 days before, only five, you know, and only 5, 6 were there. And then I was like, 3 days, what will happen? And I don't know what happened in these 3 days, but it became 21. Okay. And that's how 21 batch is there with me now. So that's my sharing on the batch. And I think these are the process for manifestation. Anything can be manifested if we start following this. And it really helps so much. Today is new moon. Do some release today as well. Okay. Okay. Angel, I don't know all this release process so far. So I don't know. I still don't connect with new moon meditations and all that. I can do it under somebody, but I cannot conduct it, is what may still have to learn, or when time will come, I can. But we'll do our simple gratitude prayer, and that we do every time. Then we can do, and then we will begin with our session. Okay. So anyone has to say anything? Send me a link. Okay.
So I started writing that BAG after your last session. So
Wow.
I started to write randomly, whatever coming in my mind. For that, I put it under appreciation or under gratitude. And today also I did it. So it was a simple, seems to be simple only. So in my office, for our department, we have to check the GST portal and all. So the access was not given to our branch so far. So every time we have to depend on head office, their information, all the delays and so many error and rectifications, all the. So it was my long wish that if they could give us that access to see but just to viewing option is also enough for us to improve ourselves. That was my thing. And I was just thanking for the job I have and everything. And within 10 minutes from head office, she called me, the person who is taking care of GST, she called me. I was asking one report to her. So today, finally, she gave me the key, that access key and password, and said that it is only a viewing option. You no need to wait for me, depend on me for this information like that. Even though it is simple, but it was a very big opening. Means all the team members, no, we can one of my affirmation is to give zero error reports and zero error in my work and in my team. So the moment I kept that in to the universe, when we conveyed that my department should get the best department, this time I was just having that in my mind, that performance wise our Chennai team should get the best thing and there should be zero error. The moment I was praying for that, the universe is manifesting the source for it in one way or other.
Wonderful, Meenakshi. This is
That
wonderful.
is one thing.
Actually, the
And
beauty with affirmation is you don't have to know how affirmations have to work
correct.
for you. Like Meenakshi ji doesn't have to know how she will create a zero error report, how it will happen. No, 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 no. Only that affirmation that I'm going to create a zero error report. That is enough, and that creates the magic. Actually, I'm able to connect so much with Meenakshi ji's words. So wonderful, Meenakshi ji. Wonderful manifestation, actually. And this somewhere strengthens that belief that miracles are everywhere.
Yeah.
Magic is everywhere, you know. Miracles are part of my life.
And you can extend your list to the universe, to the
Absolutely.
affirmation. and for the manifest purpose.
Manifest.
And second thing is, last time or before time I went to my parents' place. So there was a waterfall. So I didn't went inside the waterfall. Everyone was enjoying, and somehow I was resistant to go and stand. Even though I wish I want to go and have a bath in the waterfall. After going there, I didn't went into the waterfall. So
Mm,
after the returning from that trip, it was a very big dissatisfaction for me.
mm,
Afterwards, I went 2 to 3 times, but we could not go to the waterfall once again. So this time, while I was taking bath and all in my home, no, I used to manifest and say that I am having a very good bath in the waterfall.
mm,
So last week, I got an opportunity to go to my parents' place. So we after within this 5 years, no, I got slippery, that kind of fear I have. So even though I wish, but I practically I'm little fear also. But it happened in such a way. The evening we went to a temple that is situated in amidst the river. It
mm,
is amidst the river. So we took a boat, and that river is very pure, Kaveri river. That is a very holy, like the Ganges in the north, the Kaveri is in the south. So
mm,
that unique thing it happened. I feel very blessed. So I never thought I will touch uh, the river. So it happened. The universe has taken me through the ride, a long ride I had, and there was a temple in between that. In the midst of the river, there is one temple. So no one notices that. So my brother, he takes some effort. He took it to me, and I was just happily enjoying that water and took that tirth and everything. This see the desire of going for a waterfall and having a happy journey inside the water. At the same time, that release of the fear of the water also got solved with that experience.
mm.
So this trip was a very unique trip. And my parents are also very happy. So I went for a surprise only. I didn't inform them. So they were
Wow.
all very happy.
Wonderful, Meenakshi. Wonderful. Very nice. So little things, makes and changes the way we are and the way we live, and create magical experiences for us. And it also motivates us for the next day, another day, another day, another day. And we become excited for life instead of feeling life as a burden or life, oh, another day, instead of "Oh, another day. Wow, what is going to happen today?" Right?
That waterfall, no, the fear of that sound, that aggressiveness is, I am having some fear over that aggressiveness. But this time also the water, it is very calm and deep. So I got the both the experience, and it helped me to release that fear somehow or other. Because I was there more than 10 minutes in the water inside the river, no? So that fear of entering the water that got solved.
Great. Wonderful experience, actually. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, quickly, let's go ahead to Rachita and then Gauriji and we will begin. Yeah, Gauriji.
Yeah, mine is
Rachita, go
not
ahead.
very long, it's very short. So I'll be quick. So just to let you know that 3 days back, not three, 2 days back, I just started this pink bubble, and my intention was to ensure that I finish my assignment on time. With the work and my grandpa passed away, and I had to spend time with my cousins also. I didn't know what to do, and then I was like, okay, let me just do visualization. I can do it. So what? It's a very big assignment. It usually takes 8 to 10 days, but I did it within 1.5 day. Entirely just one day. To be very frank, 8 hours.
Hmm.
So I just put the intention, and I used to do morning and night pink purple. I was very happy. What exactly I felt after doing the assignment. So quickly, universe aligned all the sources, gave me solutions very quickly to design the entire assignment. And today I'm here and I'm very happy. Yes, I have less sleep, but I'm happy that I committed to whatever. I mean, it was 4 days before the committed date. Second, I had to submit,
Hmm.
but here I am.
Wow. Wonderful, Rachita. But let's not keep the deadline pressures, that
Oh,
pattern, that,
yeah.
the things when the deadline is nearby, and then again
Yeah.
waiting until then. That pattern has to be also resolved for us, right? Very
True.
nice, Archita. Wonderful. Thank you. And
Small
I
baby
will work.
manifestations are working out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Start
much.
working on this pattern as well, Rachita. As you can dissolve this, imagine if you dissolve this part, how beautiful it is going to be.
Yeah, it is.
So
Very.
satisfaction, so wonderful when we do things before time. Actually, I have never experienced so much, but I love that experience, when few days back only you're all done. Wow, wonderful. You're all done with the work. Nothing is there.
Mhm. By the way, this is not before the exact deadline, to be very frank. There's a
Okay.
deadline plus extension deadline. So,
Oh,
yeah, there it is. The pattern I need to work on.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. That's right. Very nice, Rachita. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, Gauriji.
Yeah. Priya, I also started writing BAG, and you're correcting me wherever I'm over expressive or I must be very thankful for this. Actually, I had a very, very bad week last week because of my daughter. She went to Surat for her national championship match, but she lost in the first round itself. She got qualified in three matches. After that fourth match, she didn't play well because of her tennis elbow, and she had to take some medicine, and her mind couldn't listen to her
Hmm.
uh, hand movement and all because of some drowsiness, and she got pain. So she cried over phone, why God is like that? Why I'm not getting through? One match is doing good, and again she's falling down. So I had to convince her, and before that, I wanted myself to be convinced for the happenings around me. I'm unable to take up these failures rather than her. Then, but this kind bag helped me, to calm my mind, as well as now we have started working where what and all went wrong, and I have got I mean, I was able to think immediately to take action. So why no I didn't ask why it went wrong and all. So usually I used to ask so many questions to her, and which will irritate her sometimes, but this time no. But I'm getting that awareness. Okay, it's okay. First, I was able to accept this and try to take some solutions for my daughter. And immediately I'm getting all the things within a day. Like I was able to identify proper nutrition for her, proper physiotherapist, and for her mental strengthening, I'm trying somebody, but she is again gone for another match in Kerala yesterday. She can't do, I mean, she can't avoid that. But before that, I was able to fix up some solution points for her. I don't know.
Hmm.
This kind of a recovery didn't happen in my last so many years.
Wow.
In 10 years of thing, I'm able to see her performing back at a higher level. She's recovering back soon. That kind of a visualizations I'm able to make it, Priya. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Wonderful, Gauriji. Actually, I want to tell you, Gauriji, Nitya's time is close when she's going to do mirror work journey. Then you see the magic. I mean, you'll see a tremendous exponential growth happening to her. This is an intuitive thought. Let's see what will happen, right? But definitely,
Staff,
her
yeah,
time has
definitely.
come
I'm
close.
also having this because after my son, I will definitely ask her to do it by
Santosh will
taking
only
this.
convince her. You don't have to do anything. Santosh will do
Thank you.
your work.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That will
Thank you so
happen.
much.
I mean, we only have to work on transforming Santosh, and Santosh will take care
Yeah,
of Nitya, right?
and yeah. Thank
Very
you.
nice, Gauriji. And then you see, because see, there is a problem with Nitya. One is that deep fear of success is what I feel she carries. Reasons can be any, maybe conditioning, maybe coming from you, whatever. Second thing is the burden of expectation she has been carrying since childhood. The overburden that's always there.
With
It
pressure,
subconsciously
pressure.
blocks her at a level, and her mind doesn't work from that way, you know. So it's a fear burden that, I mean, she doesn't know how to handle it. First of all, she doesn't know she carries it, and then she doesn't know how to handle it. Then how she will know how to come out of it? So these are the problems with Nitya. Once she will become aware of these things, only then she'll be able to break these cages for herself. You know, all these failures are preparing her to find out, I think there is some problem within me and I need to correct it. You're getting me? For that, also, we
Yeah,
have to experience, right? To come to this level where we start thinking, I think there is something within me. That's why I'm not able to make it. And then we start searching for that. What is within me? What is within me? And then solutions start appearing to us, right? So that's how Nitya's journey is. You have to be in so much of acceptance of whatever is happening to her. That's her journey, Gauriji.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
But having said that, Gauriji, you can always send positive energy to her through mantra chanting or through some other kind of chanting or anything for releasing these kind of blocks within her. You can just simply send her positive energy for shedding the burden that she's carrying on herself and the fear that she's holding deep within, to just let go of it and just try this for some time. See how it works. You will definitely
I
see some changes.
I have to write.
Just
No,
do
I have
some,
to chat.
put an intention to do some chanting on her name.
Okay,
You can do Hanuman Chalisa chanting. You can do some Gayatri Mantra chanting. You can write Ram Nam, whatever it is. Focus on these two blocks, fear within her, burden that she's carrying on herself.
yeah. Her coach also spoke to me after that. She's having that fear of losing, as you said, because she has got that like what you say, how others will think after becoming India number one and playing with even small kids. No, she will have a fear of losing.
Mm.
What will happen? So that mental condition, she's working on it, but not able to fully come out of it.
She will be. As you
Thank
will
you.
send these positive energy to her, it will somewhere help her to think on these terms more. And then she'll be coming
Okay.
out of it. Okay?
Okay.
We'll clear some
Thank you.
energies for her. Okay. Very nice, Gauriji. Thank you. Let's go ahead now for our session. Thank you, Gauriji. Let's go ahead for our session. We have done affirmations last time, and today we are going to do a spiritual paradox. What is the spiritual paradox? So I'm skipping prayer. We'll do it at the end, okay? As we will complete this particular paragraph, this chapter, we'll complete it, okay? So who's going to come and read today? Any volunteer for today? Anyone who has joined new, I mean, after a long time, can come up and read today?
Shall I do it, Priya?
Yeah, Kalaji, please go ahead. Thank you so much, Kalaji.
Thank you. Sometimes people who have studied Eastern philosophy or are on a certain consciousness growth path feel a hesitation about using creative visualization when they first hear of it. Their conflict comes from the apparent paradox they see between the idea of being here now, letting go of attachments and desires, and the idea of setting goals and creating what you want in life. I say apparent paradox because In actuality, there is no contradiction between the two teachings when they are understood on a deeper level.
Exactly. So sometimes, certain philosophies that we have been trained or taught, it says that if you do visualization, you're again becoming attached to your desires. You're again, getting trapped into the illusion Maya of life, right? She says, uh, she says they've been taught that letting go of attachments and desires, an idea of setting goals, create what you want in life. She says, I say it as an apparent paradox because in actuality, if you see it deeply on a deeper level, there is no contradiction between the two teachings. Okay. I still remember one of the thought with one of the person I was talking to, and I was just talking that whatever we want in our life, we have to ask for it. So ask and it shall be given is the teaching, right? A philosophy that we know. And that's how we have to create an intention, know it, and then that intention will be fulfilled. So she told me that I have been told by my guru or in my life, don't ask anything, nothing to be asked for. If you're asking, it's a transaction. You don't have to. God knows everything, right? But somewhere when having said that, at the same time she has certain desires. My daughter should grow, become this. My this particular business settles down. This property settles down. You know, this property dealing gets happens in our favor. If in one way we say we don't have to ask for anything, then what is this, right? So sometimes it becomes paradox in our mind, or we get so much confused in these things. So she's trying to give us clarity on that particular part. So let's go ahead and see what she says. She says they are both important principles that must be understood and lived in order for you to become a conscious person. She says, in order to explain how they fit together, allow me to share with you my viewpoint about the process of inner growth. Okay, let's go ahead, Kalaji. Kalaji, you're there? You have to unmute maybe.
Sorry, Priya.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Most people in our culture have become cut off from their awareness of their spiritual essence. We have temporarily lost our consciousness connection with our higher selves and thus have lost our own sense of power and responsibility for our lives. In some inner way, we have a sense of helplessness. We feel basically powerless to make real change in our lives or in the world. This inner feeling of powerlessness causes us to overcompensate by striving and struggling very hard to have some degree of power or control in our world.
Okay. Wonderful point. A wonderful perspective she's putting forward. She is trying to say that most of the people have become cut off from their awareness of their spiritual sense of who they are, right? They have temporarily been lost. We have temporarily lost our conscious connection with our higher selves and thus have lost our sense of power and responsibility that we hold for our life. She says, in some way, we have a sense of helplessness, right? So we all know sometimes how helpless we feel. We basically feel we are powerless, and to create any change in our life. This inner feeling of being powerless causes us to overcompensate by striving or struggling to do some power or control in the world. I actually want to give you one personal example of mine. So I still remember I started doing some Ganesha's puja, um, you know, um, sometime back in, I think, 6, 8 months back now. And that time, one mirror work batch was launching. And that batch was so effortless, so effortless. It just happened. I didn't have to put any much efforts to it. Everyone started joining on their own. Everyone enrolled on their own. I didn't have to take a call and convince them. Such effortless was the batch for me. But look at my mind. Instead of being grateful or thinking that, wow, wonderfully, that was also there. But somewhere I felt this is all because of Lord Ganesha blessings. It's not my efforts. I am literally asking myself, how can you think this way? God's blessing is coming in your life, the batch is becoming effortless for you, but this constant thought in my mind that it's not your efforts, it's Lord Ganesha's blessings. This time you got blessing. What is the guarantee next time also you'll get the blessing and the batch will be again effortless for you? I think, I think some form of ego also popped up for me that I was not even able to take Lord's blessings, God's blessings. And the block for me that I have to do it, strive for it, struggle for it, was overpowering me. I was so surprised to see that within myself. And what to say? I mean, it's a good realization today I'm having. I didn't remember this thought only for all long these days. Every time I have to struggle for it. Every time I have to strive for it. Every time I have to put efforts for it. Every time I have to make those calls for it. You know? So universal power never judges or criticizes, right? It accepts us at our own value. Okay, you're happy striving and struggling. Good. Go ahead that way. Right? Okay, I really have to think on this. I mean, long after long time, I'm thinking and realizing, okay, this was also a thought for me. So that happened. Can you imagine? So some part of me, which always wants to feel good about myself, even not accepting Lord's blessings, gave me such thoughts that, you know, it is not happening because of my efforts. Okay, so most of us, let's go ahead, Kalaji.
Most of us, therefore, become very goal oriented. We become emotionally attached to things and people outside of ourselves, which we feel we need in order to be happy. We feel there is something missing inside ourselves, and we become tense, anxious, and stressed, continuously trying to fill up the gap, trying to manipulate the outside world in order to get what we want. This
Exactly,
is
right? Let's understand this paragraph. She says, most of us, she says, not few of us, most of us. Therefore, we become goal oriented. Like, as I told you, me striving, struggling for this batch, making me feel so good, goal oriented purpose. And I'm feeling, wow, you've achieved something. You know, we become emotionally attached to things. So I got emotionally attached to this particular goal that I'm having and people outside of ourselves, which we feel we need in order to feel happy. We feel there is something missing inside ourselves, and we become tense, anxious, stressed, and continuously try to fill that gap. Try to manipulate the outside world in order to get what we want. I mean, you know what? Today's session is a complete turnover for me now. I am getting a complete different perspective about everything, something beyond. So, this is a wonderful session actually today. So, how, because of that gap within me or within us, and we just try to manipulate the outside world to fill that gap within us. Is anybody able to connect with this? Anyone is able to connect with it? Okay. So she says this is the state of being from which most of us are setting goals. This is the state of being from which we set our goals and trying to create what we want in life. And unfortunately, from the level of consciousness, it doesn't work at all. Either we set up too many obstacles for ourselves, that we can't succeed, or we do succeed in reaching our goals, only to find that they don't bring us inner happiness. Okay. So when we create such goals from this void space, right? So I remember, 10 years back, I've created a dream that dream list. No, we used to create 2025, I'll be on world tour. 10 years back. This, I'll be having a jet plane of my own. I'll be have a big mansion of my own 10 years back. All that. And where I'm today. So why I'm not able to have it all? Because all those dreams were somewhere coming from that gap, that lack consciousness, which I wanted to create in my life to fulfill some part of me. Right? She says, unfortunately, it doesn't work from that conscious level. Either we set up too many obstacles for ourselves that we can't succeed, or we do succeed in reaching our goals only to find that it don't bring us inner happiness. So it is at the point where we realize this dilemma that we begin to open up to the spiritual path. We realize that there simply has to be something more into life, and we began to search for it. I'll give an example for this also. Let's go ahead, Kalaji.
We may go through many different experiences and processes on our search, but eventually we are gradually restored to ourselves. That is, we come back into an experience of our spiritual essence, the universal energy within us all. Through this experience, we can be restored to our spiritual power, and the emptiness inside us is filled up from within.
Exactly.
Now,
She says we may go through different experiences and processes for our search. Eventually, we become restored to ourselves. That is, we come back to the experience of who I am, the spiritual essence, and then the universal energy that's there within us. And when I start coming to that spiritual essence of me, when it is restored, that emptiness starts to fill up from within itself. It starts to heal from within itself. Actually, this is a wonderful experience that she's talking about. Something to be experienced only, cannot be understood in words. Okay. So I know a lady, I was just talking to her and she was narrating her life story to me. She said, you know what, Priya, all these 20 years, I was always striving for more success, more money, and more of money and all this in my life. But after 20 years, I have realized all these things doesn't matter, which has led me on my spiritual path. And now I don't have so much inclination towards money, success, career. I'm just simply living my life and striving towards my spiritual growth. 20 long years it took her to realize that. Right? That's what the essence of what Shakti Gwain is trying to tell us. So she says now to get back to our supposed paradox. Let's go ahead, Kalaji.
when we are coming out of the empty, grasping, manipulative condition, the first and foremost lesson to be learned is just to let go. We must relax, stop struggling, stop trying so hard, stop manipulating things and people to try to get what we want and need. In fact, stop doing so much and have an experience of just being for a while. When we do this, we suddenly discover that we are really perfectly okay. In fact, we feel quite wonderful just letting ourselves be and letting the world be without trying to change things. This is the basic experience of being here now, and it's what the Buddhist philosophy means by letting go of attachment. It's similar to the Christian concept, God's will be done. It's a very freeing experience and a most basic one on any path of self awareness.
Wonderful thought. So she says when you come out of those empty, grasping, manipulative conditioning, the first more lesson is let go. Relax. Stop struggling. Stop trying so hard. Stop manipulating. things and people to get what you want and what you need. In fact, stop doing so much and have an experience of just being your being for a while. And she says, when you do this, suddenly you'll discover that we are perfectly okay. In fact, quite a wonderful feeling will come. Just letting ourselves be, letting the world be without trying to change things. This is the basic experience, she says, of being here now. And it's a Buddhist philosophy, letting go of your attachments, and a Christian concept, God's will be done. It's a freeing experience and a most basic one on the path of self awareness. Okay, once you begin to have this experience more and more often, you are opening up to the channel to your higher self, and sooner or later, a great deal of natural creative energy will begin to flow through you. You start to see that you yourself are already creating whole life, your whole life, and every experience that happens to you. And you become interested in creating more rewarding experience for yourself and others. Let's go ahead, Kalaji.
And okay. Here is the metaphor that I hope will make it even
No,
clearer.
from here, Kalaji, you begin.
Sorry.
Want
You begin to want to focus your energy towards the highest and most fulfilling goals that are real for you at any given moment. You realize that life can be basically good, abundant, and often fun, and that having what you truly want without struggle and strain is part of your natural birthright as a function of just being alive. This is the time when creative visualization can become a most important tool.
Wonderful. And today's Rachita's sharing is important to be shared here. How she did her visualization and how things became aligned for her process, whatever she wanted to do with her visualization process. And that's how when we bring visualization and become a part of our life, an important tool it becomes when we start realizing ourselves. So she says you begin to want to focus on your energy on highest and most fulfilling goals that are real for you at that moment. You realize that your life is basically good, abundant, and often fun, and you are having what you truly want without struggle, without strain, is part of your natural birthright as a function of just being alive. Okay, this is a time when creative visualization become a part of you. Here is a metaphor that I hope will make it even more clearer. Let us imagine that life is a river. Most people are clinging to the bank, afraid to let go and risk being carried along by the current of the river. At a certain point, each person must be willing to simply let go, trust the river to carry him along safely. At this point, he learns to go with the flow, and it feels wonderful. Once he has become accustomed to being in the flow of river, he began to look ahead and guide his own course onward, deciding where the course looks best, steering the way around boulders and snags, and choosing which of the many channels and branches of the river he prefers to follow. All the while still going with the flow. Okay, so let's go ahead, Kalaji.
This metaphor shows how we can accept our lives here and now, flowing with what is, and at the same time guiding ourselves consciously toward our goals by taking responsibility for creating our own lives. Remember, too, that creative visualization is a tool that can be used for any purpose, including one's own spiritual growth. It is often very helpful to use creative visualization in picturing yourself as a more relaxed, open person, flowing, living in the here and now, and always connected with your inner essence.
Yeah. May you be blessed with everything that your heart desires. Wonderful. Part 2, using creative visualization. Actually, I was have a thought in my mind that this spiritual paradox chapter is not so important. when I read the creative visualization book for the first time. So, yeah, it's okay. I mean, this chapter is not so important. And today, I'm feeling this chapter is utmost important to be done one more time. This particular time is not so enough for it. In fact, I have to read it 2, 3 times to get more a sense of it, absorb it completely, and then to take it with a different energy level. So whatever energy level I feel we are having here right now is not enough for this particular chapter. We need more energy. That's why some people are sleeping today, you know. So some more energy is required to do this particular chapter again. Okay. Because it was boring, it was sleepy, that kind of feeling has come. So let's put an intention that after 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, we'll repeat this chapter one more time, the spiritual paradox, and we'll do it another time, but with a very different energy. Okay. And we'll do it. Very, very important chapters today's. I mean, it has really turned my mind out today. I have to think so many things from a different angle now. Very nice. I mean, wonderful experience today. Anyone want to share their experience on it quickly? And 2 minutes, we'll go ahead for our meditation then. Prayer and pink bubble.
Yes, it's about another one thing I wanted to share is about even the success at work. It's a new company. You can't expect sale in the first month. And in fact, my employee code was not ready, which is very important to get my sale number up. And then it's surprisingly, I always do visualization every day and night. So I had told I'll do maximum sale as much as I can. I will succeed. My only aim is if I go to top sales club, I can go abroad. I've not gone abroad. So my only thing is I have to go in my own money. So I thought company only will sponsor, just like my first dream to go to Mumbai. So I just put one thought in the universe, and surprisingly, I'm not closing the month with zero. Okay, it is a 30,000 order. My code is ready. I can bill it. Customer made the payment already. This is a very rare case. So
Wonderful.
similarly, I would say it's all about how you feel and what energy or visualizing it and how you feel in the outcome also. Visualize everything. I was already in Baku. So I mean, I am sure I will go out of country next year, like through the company. Thank you, Priya.
I don't know how you will go, but definitely you will go. Very nice. Rachita, wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead for our pink bubble now, and we will begin. And I want you all to close your eyes, look into your heart, and see your heart brightening with the golden light, enveloped with golden light, beautiful light. And you're looking at this light and saying, thank you. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for this beautiful day that I could live this day. I could breathe today. I could have food today. I could have water today. I could have space around me today. And I could experience everything with on Mother Earth. Thank you for each experience. Just pay your gratitude to your Lord, God, spirit guides, angel masters for every time working for our spiritual growth, for your evolution, for your spiritual alignment, for making things easy for you and making problems as small as possible to make us go through. Thank you. Thank you for everything, my God. And with all the gratitude in your heart, now see a mental screen in front of you and see yourself fulfilling another beautiful goal or a desire or a wish that you would like to manifest. Just see every detail of it. And feel, wow, amazing. See others appreciating you for everything and see how you're telling your family and you're so happy about it. Surround and circle this beautiful process in a pink bubble, a big pink bubble where it fits in, and fill it with more gratitude, love, and joy feelings. You're feeling so grateful, so thankful, so loving, so joyful with this experience in your life. You feel, wow, amazing. I'm able to make it happen. It's happening for me. It's a moment of joy for me. It's a moment of being thankful for me. It's a great moment for me. Thank you. And you see it's so much sparkling with all the beautiful energy. The pink bubble is glowing up with stars lightening up more and more. And now you drift it up into the universe and it starts going in the universe. It starts going in the universe to return back to you in your personal space. And makes you feel, wow, amazing. Can you feel the peace? Can you feel the gratitude? Can you feel the joy of it? Can you live that experience even now? Now say, everything is happening for my highest good. This, or even better than this, shall manifest in a wonderful, harmonious way, aligned with the highest good of all, for the highest good of all. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. And now become aware of your physical presence. Count from 5 to 1 will begin. So 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Rub your hands, put it on your eyes, and we will come out. Very nice. Wonderful. Okay, how was it? Anyone would like to share? Quick sharing.
Thank you so much, Priya. It was amazing.
Hmm.
I I had the same manifestation. The place I chose was Turkey. I was legit dancing. It was so nice.
Wow.
Thank
See
you.
some pictures more so that you can create more of visualization on that particular thing.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm still in that same vibe.
But
Thank you.
let's be in that vibe. I mean, why next year? Maybe this year. Get
Yeah.
ready.
Thank you.
Long year to go, right? Very nice, Rachita. Okay. And anyone else? Roop, how was it for you?
Uh, I think I still have to clear. There is like a kind of conflict existing for me regarding particularly creative visualization. I
Okay.
have been unable to do the pink bubble exercise also. I'm really grateful that I got back to my release process as well. Since the last time that I attended this, I started doing release process. Plus, I'm very regular with my affirmations also. And I have seen things change for me, and it's really, really magical.
Wonderful.
But there is this block
So, Roop,
regarding,
write about this and share it
okay,
with me, and
yes.
I shall help you to release this block. Okay.
Yes.
What is
Okay.
this inner conflict which is bothering you and why it is not happening for you? What is it? Write more about it. Write everything about it. I know you're good at writing. Definitely things will come out for you.
Okay.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Great. Thank you, Ru. Thank you so much. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you all. Love you all. See you all now next week. And see, last time I said, this time, along with mirror work, I want to do this particular thing also. I want to raise my energy to a level where I can do one more session immediately after doing mirror work, right? And that intention also got fulfilled. So, power of intention and power of prayer really works for us. Thank you. Actually, it's all your support also, which helps me and encourages me. So,
And
my
I'm grateful I could join.
yeah,
If I'm able to join from office after office, I'm very happy that day.
yeah. Thank you, all of you, for being there in my life and for being an inspiration and encouraging me all the time. Thank you all.
I have to tell one small thing. I had put an intention that I finish peeling these, what do
Yeah,
you
I
call?
could see that.
Yeah,
Beautifully, you
so
finished it.
yeah, and I was surprised. I didn't tell my mom. Actually, I was giving her reasons. I'm tired and all that. Let's talk later. But that one smile on her face when she wakes up tomorrow morning is very important for me. And that was my only driving force.
Wonderful. Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
I just feel it's a game right now, life. Like enjoy it.
Very nice. Thank you, Rachita. See you all then. Love you all. Bye bye. Take care. Wish you a wonderful good night's sleep.
Thank
And
you.
we'll
Thank
see
you.
you next week now. Bye all. Take care.
Yeah.